We're continuing this Q&A series with two more questions. Here's the first one. Do you also eat snacks during the feeding window or only the main meal and the one big snack meal? So a little bit of context. This question was posted on the forums of my Udemy course, and in that course I presented the strategies I followed at the time of writing the course, and these involved a combination of intermittent fasting and ketosis to maintain a lean physique. At that time, I was experimenting with 2 meals per day, and my intermittent fasting was mostly 18-6, so 18 hours of fasting with 6 hours of eating. And I would have my 2 meals in the 6 hour feeding window. Now, back to the question. I didn't snack during the feeding window, and I wouldn't, mostly because of convenience. But if you decide to snack, I don't think it matters that much, given that you do it in your feeding window, which is short, 6 hours in this case. The caveat is that you'd be relatively strict during your fasting window, and you'd consume mostly water, black coffee, and unsweetened tea, thus basically consuming 0 calories. Now, as a side note, as per my current strategy, I experiment with one large meal per day. So snacking in this case makes no sense. Anyway, I hope this helps. The second question comes from a reader of my Steam It blog, and it goes like this. How do you feel about skim milk? I'm partial to whole foods because they contain everything for digestion, like the enzymes and the complementary nutrients. And skim milk lacks the fat. Is the keto diet pro-fats? I'm guessing it is. Now, I could develop an entire philosophy in answering this question, but I'll try to be on point. So the entire eat whole foods argument seems to become a big, large marketing gimmick, and it kind of loses its supposed common sense. What's a whole food? Okay, I guess conceptually we know what we're referring to, but if someone tells you that they only eat whole foods, tell them to describe a whole food very specifically. You may notice that they find it difficult to do so. Now, not to diverge too much, eating a healthy diet consistently, a diet that is abundant in vegetables and which is non-restrictive, unless very necessary, like for a certain medical condition, and a diet that is diversified, this is invariably a good message. But going beyond that and getting into the purity of food, into food conspiracies, and so on and so forth, may not be a good investment of time, money, and probably most importantly, a good investment of health. Now, back to the skim milk. My short answer is that it's fine. If you're trying to restrict calories and you would like to be strict, there are many brands providing skim milk without other added ingredients. So just the milk without the fat. What would be the enzymes and the complementary nutrients you are talking about? Could you be more specific? If you can, then I could further extend my answer. Now, another aspect that I want to mention is that the taste between milks of different fat content may be different. Hence, the one that you may prefer is actually a matter of choice. Okay. Now, the other part of your question about the ketogenic diet. Yes, the conventional ketogenic diet is pro-dietary fat consumption. However, a diet that promotes the state of ketosis, which is less dependent on dietary fat consumption and more dependent on carbohydrate selection, can come in different variations and with different intakes of dietary fat as per percentage of calories. So the type of milk you prefer to consume can be fit in at least a few variants of ketosis promoting diets or variants. Okay, that's enough for this video. If you have similar questions, you can leave them below. And I'd appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.